Alright y'all, welcome back. We're going to show you guys two different knots today. We're going to do a line to leader knot and then a loop knot for your swim baits, plugs, whatever you want to use. First thing you want to do, you want to get a good amount of line out. You want to get a good amount of line out. And then you want to cut your leader about 3 feet long. Best way to tell, if you spread your arms about fully out, it's about 3 feet. And then first step you want to do, you want to get your line just like this, and you want to double it up like that. Give it a bit because you're going to be tying knot 6 or 7 times. That tag in right there. Then you'll want to grab your leader right here. You don't have to do as much because you're only doing it like 4 times, 5 times, depending on how heavy your leader is. You're gonna make a loop just like that, and then you want to go under the double line and then over the leader 4 times, 5 times, whatever you want. And then once you're done doing it 4 to 5 times, you're gonna want to get it snug. Then you're gonna do the same thing with the double line. Just gonna make a circle on the bottom. Kind of messed up right there. You're gonna want to make a circle on the bottom. Put that tag in through. Then you're going to want to do that 6 to 7 times. You can't see because I got to use my teeth for it. And once you do that, you're going to want to do the same thing. You're going to want to wet it and just pull. It should come together just like that. You want to cut your tag ends. This one right here, this one, and then this one. Should look pretty close to that right there. Alright guys, now we're going to move on to the loop knot. All you got to do, you got to get your leader, put it through the eye, get it held right there. You're going to make 1 circle going upwards, going around back just like that. You're going to hold that. You're going to hold that in your hand right there. You're going to make another circle behind that one. You're going to put this back circle through the first one you made. Then you're going to get your tag in and go through the back of the one you just put through the first circle. And then you're going to get your teeth. You're going to grab that tag in right there. And then you're just going to pretty much cinch it down to where you want it to. So it should look something like that. And then you're going to hold this tag end in your mouth. You're not going to pull it. You're just going to keep it in your mouth, kind of pulling it this way. And then you're going to pull on your main line until it gets completely tight. And once you get it pretty tight, just like that, you can just pull as hard as you can. Then it will get tight. Then you can just cut this tag in right here. I give it a little bit because it might slip a teeny tiny bit. But this is the easiest loop knot. I know a bunch where you got to do like 2 or 3 little passes through the knot, but this is just one right here. This is just good. A loop knot's good for if you're stuck on structure or something. You got a little bit of wiggle room. Usually you can tie these knots however big you want. I just do them pretty small though. But if I'm fishing a bridge or an inlet, I'll make them a little bit bigger because it gives it some wiggle room. But this is what it should look like after it's all done. It's your line to leader right there. And your loop knot. And if you guys have any questions or anything, or need to know how to do anything else, just put in the comments and I'll try to get to it.